So my name is Carmen Crespo, and I will be speaking about the refugee policies in India and in Canada for this Taking It Global project. Okay, so a little bit about the history of refugees in India. India is actually not part of the Refugee Convention, but they have been taking in refugees for a very long time, according to India Express. So India actually began taking in refugees in 1947, which is when they gained their independence, and the biggest refugee crisis that they first experienced was in South Asia with the Chinese War. Okay, so our very own United Nations High Commissioner, Antonio Guterres, stated that India is a representation and something that many other countries should follow because of their open door policy. Okay, so what has India done in the past? India has actually granted long-term visas and working permit, which is something that many other countries have not done, including the United States. So what is India doing today? It is actually already running one of the biggest programs in Afghanistan, and this program is significantly different because it helps refugees that have not been able to actually escape the country and helping them with resources and things like that. Okay, so a little about history in Canada. Canada is part of the Refugee Convention, and it's signed in 1969, and according to Canada Express, they have been taking in refugees since the American Revolution. Okay, so in the late 19th century and early 20s, many Russians, Jews, and Mennonites moved to Canada seeking asylum. And after World War I, they actually opposed many refugees because they were stateless, so this was a very significant change for Canada. Okay, so now in the late 60s, many Cubans and Chileans were trying to escape their country, and they actually found refuge in Canada. So the Southern American refugee population actually increased. So as we could see, many people from South America actually have made it to Canada and have began to migrate there and become immigrants. Okay, so this is a quote by F.C. Blair, also stating that in the last 40 years, Canada has also become a representation and an influence for the rest of the world to follow. Okay, so what are they doing today? Canada actually has two programs, and they are also working with the UNHCR, which is the United Nations Conventions for Refugees. They are trying to work to get as many resources for these refugees coming in today. Okay, so this is a very important quote found in a Scarlet article by McCallum, and it is very important because many countries feel like this, many citizens feel that they are behind refugees, and this was said after their new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, stated that in the upcoming year they are thinking about actually allowing more refugees into their country. So many people have backlash, and many people are excited about this. Okay. And that is actually all for my presentation, so thank you.